This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today I want to talk about something that is, well, it's been covered pretty well, and I find it very shocking, but I want to give my little bit of a spin on it, and that is one D&D, as they're calling it, one D&D. No longer. In 2024, everything's going to change a bit, yet stay the same in some ways. And this is where it becomes very vague, and I think it's throwing out feelers, because I think you're being set up, okay? And what I mean by you're being set up is they've got an end game in mind. It's okay, you kind of figured that, but the end game I don't think is what you expect and how it's going to fulfill. Now, the 5th edition came out in 2014. Can you believe that? It's been that long. 8 whole years since the old D20 started flying with the new edition. They feel very comfortable with the fact that this is the edition above all editions, that this is the one that sets it all straight and puts it into perspective. Okay, I can see that. So they're not calling the next one an edition. They've taken that word out. This is the next step in the evolution of Dungeons and Dragons. And that's where it gets a little scary, folks. You're going to see a new race. It's going to be more background for your characters and things like that. But the one thing that kind of scares me is the word virtual and digital. Anytime you start putting those words into anything that you plan on doing, okay? Dungeons and Dragons has always been a theater of the mind. A thing that has been driven since its very inception, that you graph paper, whether you're using coins or nickels and dimes to represent your party or however you want to do it. It was something that you built up within your mind. As the years gone by, I mean, now, when we were a kid, I think, you always wish, oh man, wouldn't it be cool? Especially, I grew up in the computer age, the early computer age, the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, all those great things. Wouldn't it be cool if you were able to do everything on the computer? Well, if you really think about it, that's kind of the thoughts of a pretty young kid just thinking, want to take a lazy way out of it. But some of the best times we've ever had was building these things within our mind, and how we saw things and how we would attack and do things. And now they are making a virtual tabletop for Dungeons and Dragons. So who does this really serve, and where are they going with this? Well, when you have certain YouTube channels that are very popular in doing what they do, it serves them. It serves them. You can crank out a lot, the whole guys that sit there and pose and make those things like they're really, wizards and dungeon masters from Days of Lore. I'll never get that. Very Hollywood driven and very fake and scripted. But what does this serve? Now you can bring a visual component to YouTube and really make this and monetize this. I think it serves that to grow the popularity, because if you really think about it, Dungeons and Dragons has never been more popular than it is right now. And to implement a digital component of it really serves the YouTube community, the online communities, more than getting people together. How does it affect all the miniatures and stuff like that? Well, they leave it open where you can still do it with a group of friends and everything like that, but they're building towards something, and something doesn't seem right. There's just a lot of things that are different. inspiration is a thing that every time you roll now everything goes from D20 to a 1. A 20 to a 1. 1 is always a failure for everything. A 20 is always a critical success. And you can get inspiration points and pass them to your other party members, which is really kind of a neat thing, because it can really help develop a party pretty quickly and help things along. But it's almost like this virtual thing really sounds sketchy and scary, and it makes it where a dungeon master can be very, very lazy in how they do things. The other thing is everything from the fifth edition will fit into this new edition, which is slated for 2024. So it could be interesting. They actually have some campaigns that you can play test right now and give feedback. I think that's a good and positive thing. Now, do they listen, or are they have something in their mind already ahead to kind of develop this in a certain way to take this to a different level? Are they softening you up with a couple of jabs before they throw the big right hook? You kind of wonder how this all pans out and how it works out in the end. Is this something that makes sense? Is this something that they're setting you up for? Why would you not sell books and all that other stuff? Because you were making money that way. Or is it easier because of shipping and having to have things done a certain way and stuff like that, to put everything online, make it virtual, where you just own air? Okay, I like to hold books. Hey, listen, I have Marvel Unlimited, and I love it because I can just go to any book I want. But you want to know something? I still buy comics because I want to hold them. I want to own them. I want them to be mine. I don't want them to be up in some cloud thinking that that's where they're going to be. Okay, I want to hold things, and I want to own it. It's weird. Yeah, maybe it's the old man in me talking. That could be very well, very clear as well. But maybe I come from a different school of thought. Maybe my thoughts are past tense. But I really feel that they are setting you up for something, and we just haven't figured it out yet or seen it yet. I don't know if this is good. I don't know. It might be very, very good. So I'm going to keep an open mind on it. But as I learn more, we will be talking more and more about these very interesting developments in Dungeons and Dragons. The one thing that I always thought they wouldn't even mess with, that you will always be able to have the written material. Now, that might be the case, but I guess, the only way we can find out is to get more information, see how the play testing goes, with some of the new things that they're going to be changing and stuff. And as I learn more, we'll come back and we will talk more about it. But keep this in mind, that the more we get into the computer world with Dungeons and Dragons, the more we get away from what the heart and soul of it has always been, and that is people interaction. COVID's changed a lot. Maybe this is one of those things that come out of it that really hurts some of the things that used to be that may never will be again. Who knows? Let's see how it keeps going, and as I learn more, I will bring it to you here at Rob's Tabletop World. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon, everybody.